Hey guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I have tried to make this video probably 3, 4, I don't know, times, and little man has just been having a rough day. I think we're going through a growth spurt, but it's a whole nother story. But Daddy is now home, and shout out to Daddy. He has him in the room trying to appease him so that I can do this quick video of what I took in my hospital bag. I've had quite a few questions concerning that, and from expecting moms and friends that are about to go into labor and just different people. So I wanted to do a quick video, roll up my sleeves so we can get to work, on what I took in my hospital bag. Very quickly, I had 2 hospital bags. I actually did research, watched different videos, and I know a lot of people would have the baby's bag, baby diaper bag, and then a bag for the mom and a bag for a dad. I just packed his stuff in my bag because I knew Emil would probably be carrying all of this. Also, it just kind of didn't make sense since little man wasn't going to have a lot of stuff. So Emil had a bag and I had a bag. And quick fun story is 2 days before I actually went to labor, I started having contractions, but it was prodromal labor. If you don't know what that is, feel free to research it, Google it, what may have you. But Emil was like, is it time? Or I don't have my backpack. Oh my gosh. And I had been telling him for weeks to have his bag packed. So to say the least, the next day, which ended up being one day, the day before we went to labor, he actually packed his bag. So it was really funny. Yeah, so we didn't expect for little man to come 2 weeks early, but so anyways, we had 2 bags, Emil's bag and my bag. Let's just go ahead and hop in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I have a little cheat sheet, so if you see my eyes going over here, it's because I had quite a bit of stuff. So don't want to forget anything. First off, I took my Hydroflask because it simply keeps water nice and cold, and that's what you want when your hormones are raging and you're hot and you're going through labor and anyways, whatnot. But it actually wasn't that bad. I don't want to paint it to be that kind of picture. I'll tell my labor and delivery story and birth story, all that at another time. But you do get a little bit hot, so I don't want you to imagine like sweat dripping. Anyways, Hydroflask, recommended. A Yeti, a knockoff brand from Walmart, Target, whatever, but for me it was my Hydroflask. I did take snacks. My doctor was amazing, and she wasn't gonna let me eat like a Whopper Junior, but I did take snacks. She said I could suck on like blow pops. I did take a big thing of shareable gum for me and Emil, and actually we thought other people would be there. Like we thought actually our family would be here because they were gonna come closer to the day he was supposed to be born. And yeah, anyways, again, another story. But so I'd gotten easily shareable snacks like Pringles, blow pops, the sleeves of different candies, Kit Kat, Snickers, what may have you. But yeah, it was just me and Emil, so I think I ate 1 or 2 blow pops. We had a little bit of the gum, and I had energy drinks. I had Red Bull in the fridge for Emil, and so I had that on my list of grab right before we leave. And so I'm thankful that we did. He grabbed one of the Red Bulls, and anyways, so girls, think about your husbands and get some snacks for them if you can handle it. Some women said that they didn't pack any snacks because they didn't want anybody eating in front of them. I didn't care, so that's just me. Maybe it's a personal preference. Also, we took floss. So the things I'm going to mention first are the things that I used or took and didn't use during labor. So there's labor and delivery, and then there's postpartum, which is the portion obviously when you're recovering after birth. So what I'm going to mention first is labor and delivery. Emil loves these things. These are the Mint dental flossers. Notice, still sealed. We ended up not even using it. We were in and out pretty quickly. Also, I got mouthwash, just I think it was like $1. I got the mouthwash simply so I could gargle if I was not able to get up, if I had already gotten the epidural. I didn't know how things were going to go, so I got that. Still sealed. Didn't use it, but that's okay because it's good to have just in case. We also had a huge thing of antibacterial. For those of you that have come to our house and visited with little G, you've seen it. It's huge. I don't think we ended up cracking the seal on that either because hospital has antibacterial and sinks where you can wash your hands, but this mama just wanted to be sure. I was like, what if they run out of soap or antibacterial? They didn't run out. So again, I took face wipes, just these Neutrogena makeup remover face wipes. I took these because I also took, which I don't have with me because you don't need to see it, I took bronzer and blush, and I brought this because somebody I follow named Natalie, her Natalie blog, I'll put her in here, but she is such a sweet soul. Love watching her stories. She talks about the Honest mascara, and this is actually on Amazon. You can buy it, or at Target, and it's cheaper than what I use. So I love this. Love, love, love. So I took my mascara. Didn't use the bronzer, blush, or mascara. So I didn't need these. To each his own. If you wear makeup, that's great. We had a photographer, but I went all natural on this face. I also took headbands. I did end up wearing my headbands. I'm a headband lover. And when it came time to push, I pulled my hair up in a nice little doo-doo ball and put a headband on, and we went to pushing. I also just took these clippies and bobby pins and extra hair ties just in case. Also something that I used a few times, I asked Emil to get out of my bag quite a few times, and I had read about it, was Thayer's facial toner. It's witch hazel, and it kind of spilled out a little bit. Whoops. And I got the rose petal. They have different kinds, cucumber, lavender. I had read about rose petals, so I got a little thing of this from Ulta, and we had cotton rounds, and he would just give me a cotton round, and he'd squirt this on it and give it to me, and I would just wipe my face with it, and it literally made me feel just super clean and super fresh on my face, regardless of what else was happening. If my face felt fresh, I was pretty good to go. So I definitely recommend that. The toiletries that I used, now those were for postpartum, and I will say I ended up taking a shower, and I am so glad that I did, because you talk about feeling fresh and like a brand new woman. I mean, that's how a shower made me feel. So I took a shower, and Emil had plans of taking a shower and talked about it, but things were just moving and going, even in postpartum while we were recovering. But yeah, so I say we, but I've been saying we are pregnant for like 9-10 months. So that's just in my vocabulary. While I was recovering, lots was happening with little G and me. And so Emil didn't take a shower, but he did think about it. So I got us these 2-pack loofahs, super cheap. Recommend it. Notice there's only one. That's because I took a shower and then I just threw it away at the hospital. And then body wash and just the little toiletries, shampoo and conditioner. Did not wash my hair. I took a little thing of Bombshell. Any Bombshell Victoria's Secret lovers out there? I took that, but then I ended up not really using it because I didn't want to spray it on me and then my son be allergic to it. But it's to each his own. Now some fun. Oh, and then a toothbrush. I got us these toothbrush and toothpaste. Now for the fun part. If you go natural, and by natural I mean not a cesarean, not a C-section, but you have the other kind of birth. I don't know what all I need to say on here and whatnot. But anyways, if you do that, you're gonna need some of the essentials that I'm about to show you, and you're gonna be very thankful that you invested in these things. First off, are you prepared? Ready? That's right, disposable underwear. This is Depends. It's the Always brand, and the ones I got were on Amazon, and they were called boutique. That's like the bougie kind of Depends. I mean, that's the biggest oxymoron. There's not a bougie kind, but if there was, the ones I got on Amazon would be that. And they were like a peach pink, and they're basically the same thing as this, and these are cheaper. Walmart, H-E-B, wherever you shop. So I recommend just going to your local shopping center and getting these, because the homemade undies that they make for you in the hospital are super uncomfortable. It's like bulky, and it feels like you're wearing your underwear like down to your ankles. It's not comfortable at all. So I recommend those. Next is the brand Frida Mom. I'm officially in love with this brand. It's perineal cooling pad liners. These are heaven during postpartum. So I would put 1 or 2 of these in this, and we were good to go. Something that they will give you at the hospital, and I brought this home, is a peri bottle, and this will come in handy when you're trying to use the potty after you've given birth. That's all I'm gonna say. And then this kind of acts the same as these cooling pads. This is off of Amazon. It's called Earth Mama. That's the brand, and it is Herbal Perennial Spray. So if you don't want the liner and you just want to kind of squirt and do a few spritz before you pull up your beautiful undies, that's always an option too. I had both and brought both and used both while I was in the hospital. Something that people don't realize is your uterus is still contracting after you've given birth. So that's after birth. And that can last for 3 or 4 days or a week or what may have you. If you're breastfeeding, every time that the baby sucks, it's causing your uterus to contract. That's why they say breastfeeding is so good for you. Well, that's one of the reasons, but physically it's great for the mom. It's helping your uterus to get back down to its original size, not this. And so it can hurt. And that is actually something that nobody really told me much about, was the after birth pains and your uterus contracting back down to size, until I did some research and I found this product and I was like, what is that for? Let me look further into that. And that's when I found out about after birth. So it is called After Ease for Pregnancy. Hopefully you can see that. After Ease for Pregnancy. And it's WishGarden. And it's just a herbal remedy, very safe for you. You just take it out, you do a few squirts in your water, 12 ounce, 16 ounce, and you just sip on it while you're breastfeeding or in between, however often you want. But I would drink a full 16 ounce of it with about 4 squirts. Anyways, that definitely helps. I would invest in that. I got that from Amazon. I'm trying to go through my list and make sure I cover everything. Something that we took and I did not use was nipple cream and then nipple shields. Well, these are disposable pads, nipple pads, but your milk doesn't really come in until, 3-4 days usually. So the seal was not even broken on this, and I brought 3 or 4 of these and they just took up space in my bag, but they're small. So anyways, so speaking of nursing, I brought a nursing bra and a nursing tank. I did wear the nursing bra on the way home. The nursing tank, every night I live in nursing tanks still to this day. So my good friend Audra, again, Madelie approved. Thanks, Madelie. Audra bought me 3 nursing tanks. Well, I'd like to show you the other one. Oh, here it is. It's just black. Perfect. Everybody, black is staple. Everybody needs black. And I cannot say the brand, but I will show you. It starts with an S. Suiek, maybe. Let's see if you can see that. Suiek. And like I said, I have lived in these. Thank you so much, Audra and Madelie. The one I had bought myself before Audra gave me those, the one I had bought for myself was from Target. They have some that have the shaper in them. Anyways, that was more expensive. This was the cheaper one. This was less than 20. I think I paid 14 or 15 for it. And it is Auden. Yep, A-U-D-E and Auden. And you just unclip it right here. Do what you need to do and clip it back. If I'm not wearing one of those nursing tanks, I'm wearing this one. I took it with me to the hospital, but I ended up not wearing it. And then my nursing bra is just a basic nursing bra. Guys, don't spend a lot of money. My sister, when we were out visiting her in California, introduced me to this consignment store that they had out there, this baby consignment store, and they had stuff for the moms too. Guys, I got this nursing bra for $4, and I got a lighter color too. One dark, one light, wear it all the time, wash it when need be. I took that and I did wear that underneath my my going home hoodie that I wore. Anyways, we all had on camo. So again, you pick out your outfit. I wanted us all in camo joggers. So yeah. So speaking of nursing, something that I also invested in clothing wise, and a lot of people I found out know about this brand and invested in this too and are happy that they did, and I'm so happy that I did. It is the Stars Above brand of pajamas from Target. So here's the top when you need to breastfeed at 1, 3 a.m., 5 a.m. every 2 hours. You just unbutton it and you're good to go. And this came with these cute shorts. Super cute, true to size. I got a medium and they fit great, very comfortable. And when nurses are coming in and they're still checking you and doing all the things that we're not going to go into, you'll be thankful that you had these shorts instead of pants. And you can only take off so much, is my theory. So I wanted shorts versus, you know, pants. And you can just grab a blanket, which we took some blankets too, because the hospital blankets are pretty papery thin. Speaking of which, we also took a towel, one towel for me, one towel for Emil, and I ended up using that. I ended up using my towel while I took my shower. So anyways, also I bought some new slippers for the hospital. I did plan on throwing them away until I found the slippers, and I fell in love with them. These were on sale at Express. They probably don't still have them. They were in the clearance section. But find some fun slippers for you, and if you want to dispose of them because you've been on the hospital floor and whatnot, then that's okay. But yeah, the one thing I did dispose of, other than the loofah, was shower shoes. And Emil even mentioned while we were there, I'm so glad that you bought us shower shoes, because he even wore them kind of around in the hospital. So yeah, let's see what else. Also chapstick, because during labor, again, trying not to expound on everything, but you'll be thankful that you have some chapstick. I'm a Burt's Bees lover, so I had my Burt's Bees chapstick, and Emil got that for me quite a few times to just put on while I was going through labor. Also, I took some socks. These are not the socks, because I'm going to be honest with you, you don't need to take socks, because they will give you socks and they have grippies, and it's just one less thing that you need to take in your bag, and one less thing that you really need to think about. I was going to take a robe, because people talked about taking a robe. My robe is bulky. I didn't want to spend more money. Ended up not even needing it, not even missing it. Going home outfits, I kind of briefly mentioned that. We all wear a black top with camo joggers, and it turned out really cute, other than the fact that our sweet baby was born he was born early, and he was born at 6 pounds, and he was in preemie clothes, and it was so huge on him. Anyways, I felt like that was my first little epic fail as a mom, but it's okay. We all looked cute. I did bring pacifiers. I brought swaddles. Didn't need the swaddles because they have the blankets there. They even let you take them home, or at least they let us take ours home. And that's what he sleeps in every night. Emil is master swaddler. He swaddles him in that hospital blanket, and then now we use the swaddle, an actual swaddle. We put him in the swaddle and we Velcro it, but you don't need to take that with you to the hospital. I took my hooter hider. It's my cover up. I would say you don't need to take that either. We took it, but we ended up not using it because I didn't care who saw. I had just given birth to a baby. So, and then also a file folder. We had every intention of the next week getting one from just borrowing one out of my desk at work, just a file, because they give you a lot of paperwork, and I had read that. But that next week did not come because Lil G came early. But I do recommend a file folder to just file everything away. I said pillows and blankets. Also, we took, I grabbed my hairbrush. That comes in handy, obviously. And last but not least, well, two things. We took a Bluetooth speaker. Emil took his Bluetooth speaker. That was something that we grabbed on the way out the door at 2:30 when we went to the hospital. And then Emil's phone charger is extra long, so that came in handy at the hospital. So I recommend an extra long phone charger because you'll be on your phone and whatnot. We weren't really on electronics much other than our phones, so we need to charge it. And then Emil's Bluetooth speaker, and we played my labor and delivery playlist through that Bluetooth speaker. So that's something to think about too. Anyways, I hear my sweet baby crying, and my husband just peeped his head out. He's probably ready to come out of our bedroom because sweet little man is going through it, which means we're going through it. But it's okay. We love him to death, and I hope that this video helped. If you have any questions, reach out. Let me know. I am always here to help. So until next time.